You are now watching The Meech.
It has been quite a while since we've had a new Super Mario game. Sure, we have Mario Strikers Battle League coming up, but the last platformer was Super Mario Maker 2 in 2019, and considering that's more of a creation game, Super Mario Run is what I consider to be the latest 2D Mario game, and if you don't count mobile or maker games, the latest is New Super Mario Bros. U, which released almost a decade ago. Gosh, with all these definitions, I feel like I'm on Twitter. What I want to play is a Mario platformer I haven't played before, and the options are becoming extremely slim. What the? Who the heck are you?
Well, hello there. I don't think we've been properly introduced. I'm Bonzi. I've come to give you a new Super Mario game to play.
If that's the case, show me what you got, Purple Amethyst Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong and I are not related, but Donkey Kong is my cousin as well as my brother.
That doesn't even make sense. Actually, never mind, I get it now, that's
Shut up and check this Mario game out.
Mario Forever? I thought that was just a nickname for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Actually, I vaguely remember this game. Isn't it a computer game?
You'd be correct, alligator boy.
And wait, didn't it contain a bunch of toolbars and adware?
I wouldn't know what any of those even are.
Wait just a minute. Aren't you that cyber gorilla that hoards not just bananas but users' personal information?
Do you want this Mario game or not?
Let's see. You had lawsuits filed against you, ordered to stop in 2004. I don't see any reason why not. We have a deal.
Banana. Gotta go. I'm off to help work on Cooking Mama Cookstar.
Mario Forever is one of the first and most popular Mario fan games. Released in 2004 for Windows, this game is a sort of reimagining of Super Mario Bros. With all new levels, power-ups, and enemies. The game has been updated over the years to include new worlds and new levels. It even has a level creator called Mario Worker. Mario Forever was originally developed by a Polish developer, Buizel Games. They're passionate fans, and Mario Forever was never intended to be malware. But unfortunately, no-life losers tarnished the game's reputation. Before getting into the game, it's important to bring up that this game is often associated with the site known as Softendo. During the late 2000s to early 2010s, if you saw an advertisement for quote-unquote free Mario games featuring Brawl Mario, Paper Mario, and SpongeBob, that's an indicator to stay far away, as if the sleazy-looking Luma wasn't enough to tell you, back off. I cannot stress enough, do not, and I repeat, do not install Mario Forever. I did it so you don't have to, but the good news is that last year, a fan remake for the Super Nintendo was released, and it's pretty much the same as the original. We'll be taking a look at the core Mario Forever game, and determining if it was a risk worth taking, or if it's so bad, we need to call in Dr. Mario. Our story begins with the Mushroom Kingdom toads living peacefully. With the sheer abundance of them, I thought I was playing a Paper Mario game, but all of a sudden, wait for it, what happens next will shock you. Actually, maybe it will. Bowser comes in driving a literal tank, destroying the Mushroom Kingdom. Most of the 2D Mario games never showcase Bowser in the act, so it's very cool to see. But as with any Mario game, malware or not, the gameplay is the most important factor. The gameplay is very similar to the original Super Mario Bros. Mario's moves are limited to running, jumping, and throwing fireballs. But the physics are a bit floatier. I always found the physics in the original Super Mario Bros. To be a bit too dense. The physics are more similar to that of Super Mario World. This applies to both the PC version and obviously the Super Mario World hack. It sounds like an improvement. In some ways, it definitely is. But when I see a game that looks like this, I've been accustomed to the original physics. Not a huge deal, but it is worth mentioning. Even though Mario doesn't have many moves, there are of course power-ups. Of course there are the classic Super Mushrooms, Fire Flowers, and Starmen. But Mario Forever has two new power-ups not found in any other Mario game. The Super Beetroot allows Mario to throw veggies similar to Mario 2. I feel Super Mario Bros. 2 often doesn't get the credit it deserves, even to this day. Yet again, an entire generation was told that Mario Teach's typing is better simply due to Mario 2 being a lie. Well, let me tell you, that lie is one phenomenal game. The mechanics in Mario Forever are similar to traditional Mario games, meaning that it isn't centered around throwing turnips, but usually, Mario games with more than one flower power-up establish strengths and weaknesses. The Ice Flower can take out more enemies, but the Fire Flower is instantaneous. The Beetroot, on the other hand, can break bricks and take out enemies, but the vegetables bounce for quite a while. It's cool to look at, but since you can only throw 2 at a time, you're better off using the standard Fire Flower. The next power-up is far more useful. The rare Jumping Louie allows Mario to jump to extreme heights. He can jump so high, gravity can't keep up. How a power-up this simple yet so useful has yet to be in an official Mario game is beyond me. I'm assuming because flying as a Tanuki is far more intriguing. All the power-ups act as only an extension of Mario's abilities, but there were a few sections I found way easier with the power-ups, which brings us to the level design. The sequence of the levels is similar to Super Mario Bros., such as World 3 taking place at night and World 1-2 being underground, but the levels are completely original. Most are designed pretty well. They do a good job introducing new mechanics and are designed similar to levels you'd find in an official Mario game. But there are definitely sections that could have used some work. It's usually bad level design cliches, you got poorly placed hidden blocks, platforms that are too high, standard stuff. There are also secrets found within some levels, and sometimes they make sense, but other times they are beyond cryptic that they make Sticker Stars puzzles look intelligent. One of the ones in World 1-2 is so unbelievably ridiculous, nobody would ever guess it, but the majority of the levels remain solid. I especially like the tank theme in the final world. Unlike a fan game like newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, Mario Forever plays it fairly safe in the main adventure. Most of the levels are what you'd expect to be in a Mario game, with the occasional new concept here and there. The enemies are far more aggressive, they walk faster and have much stronger attacks, but there are also elements from other Mario games, such as Mario 3 and even Yoshi's Island. Very nice to see. Unfortunately, Forever doesn't use these concepts for bosses, it's mainly just Bowser. You can actually jump on him to defeat him. The one thing that separates King Koopa from the Koopalings. How embarrassing. Considering Mario Forever is designed to be a retro Mario game for a new generation, it does a good job at that. Difficulty is usually pretty consistent, though I found the transition from easy to challenging to be quite abrupt. Things really start taking off in World 5, with the first 4 worlds being of similar difficulty, but for seasoned Mario players, it won't be much of an issue. So far we've established that Mario Forever is quite vanilla, but has a selection of well-designed levels and cool new power-ups, even though I wish the Beetroot was more useful. But how is the presentation? Mario Forever uses the Super Mario All-Stars version of Super Mario Bros. For the general art style, or as I like to call it, the official Mario fan game style. It seems nearly all of them use this style. Super Mario Flash, Mario Forever, so many others I can't even count, but it's improved upon in so many ways. The colors are more vivid and the backgrounds are more detailed. I especially love the nighttime levels. Instead of just seeing stars in the background, you get to see the Mushroom Kingdom at night. The presentation mostly comes down to preference. I love the Super Mario All-Stars look, while T&D doesn't, but regardless, it looks like a Mario game. Music, on the other hand, is anything but standard. Not only does it include music from the Super Nintendo Mario games and Yoshi's Island, but it has original music as well. Many of them are designed to play on a Commodore computer and are chiptunes. Have a listen. Even the Bowser fights have excellent music. But the best song in the game is, funnily enough, in one of the most random of levels, World 5-2. If I didn't tell you, you would think it's the final level theme. It's that good. The Super Nintendo version also has most of the original songs, and they sound the same. Sirens is remixed, but considering the limitations, it does make sense. The presentation is really the superstar of the show. Mario Forever has 8 worlds in the main game. There are a few extra levels, so it's a bit longer than the original Super Mario Bros., but the length it'll take to beat the game is similar. But even after you defeat Bowser, the adventure is far from over. There are even more levels, and believe it or not, these levels are anything but typical. The hardcore world consists of more challenging levels. It's typical for a Mario game to have extra worlds with challenging levels, such as World 9 and New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but it's nice to see. But things get bizarre very quickly. After finding a secret passage in World 1-3, Mario will be transported to Goomba Paradise. These levels consist of an absurd amount of Goombas, and the levels aren't too hard, considering that these are Goombas. But it's a really cool idea. But the next world is something so weird and so bizarre, I never could have imagined it. The Laboratory. All the enemies consist of weird humanoid clones. How this has anything to do with Mario is beyond me. How someone even thought of this is even more beyond me. It's not bad, but it's very weird, and I like it. All of these extra worlds are standard in most versions of Mario Forever, but the game has a dedicated following, creating more levels even to this day. Levels are made in a program called Mario Worker. It's insane to think that a fan game from 2004 still has an active following. Unlike Nintendo Switch multiplayer games, you'll never have to worry about a lack of content. So far we've established that Mario Forever has a pretty standard main adventure, but an absolutely wild post-game. The presentation is excellent, and the game still has an active following. So what's the verdict? Mario Forever is a shining example of what makes fan games so great. It stays true to Super Mario Bros., but includes many new elements, and the community for the game is still lively. My favorite Mario fan games are still the newer Super Mario Bros. Games, but regardless, Mario Forever gets the ranking of treasure. But even so, I cannot in good faith recommend the PC version. There are safe versions, but there's still a risk. I can in good faith recommend the Super Nintendo version, so definitely check that out. Mario Forever is a very cool game, but my favorite way to make and play levels is still Super Mario Maker 2. Sorry to the guy who thought I'd prefer potential malware over anything on the Switch. Or maybe not. Today we looked at a game that's associated with malware, and in the next video, we'll be covering shovelware. Tune into the most furious Nintendo Switch Sports retrospective this weekend. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and keep calm and dada on. Actually, I need to stay calm more than anything after covering Nintendo Switch Sports.